Adults of Reddit, what is something every teenager needs to know? 2 related messages. 1. Almost nobody gives a shit about you. 2. That is amazing news. Parents fuck up too. Good parents openly admit their wrongs and use it as a teaching moment. Adults don't have it all figured out. They are just used to the fact that they are not, and are usually quite good at hiding it. Dealing with your emotions will become easier as you grow. Even if someone says that their high school years were the best time of their life, doesn't mean that yours should necessarily be. There's a high chance your best years are far ahead of you. Being popular doesn't matter as much as you think it does. Basic household learn how to cook a couple of meals, know when to tidy/clean up a bit, etc. Speaking from someone who moved out at 18 and had no clue. Oh, and look after yourself physically and mentally. All of us adults still feel like we are teenagers young too. Take care of your body and enjoy your youth in any manner you can. In the mirror I see a bald middle-aged guy, but that's not the guy in my head. Edit, as always, relevant XKCD. Double edit, word, because my race really is irrelevant to this. You wanna give a shit about things that happened in high school when you're in college/working. Don't compare yourself to others too much. No matter how perfect someone may seem, they're not. Nobody is. Everybody has flaws and makes mistakes. You're okay. Learn how to fuck up. We spend too much of our lives trying to do everything right, but the best lessons come from learning from our mistakes. Right now you have massive span of life in front of you. Enjoy it. But remember, 10 or 20 years from now you're going to be much happier if you both had fun and also thought ahead. Read, exercise, hug your friends, show your loved ones you love them, whatever that means to you. This thread might be filled with ways to be a responsible adult and a successful person. Try as hard as you can to be a happy one too. Edit, thanks for the awards, and thanks for being you. Sorry for the typo. And yes, maybe wait till COVID is over before hugging everyone. Just keep it in mind for when things are better. Don't blow your student loan on drugs. Don't blow your load in someone you don't want kids with. Don't blow off family/friend gatherings. They won't be around forever. Don't blow your cool if you can help it. It rarely solved anything. You will make mistakes and sometimes those mistakes will be huge. But that's okay. Whatever problem that mistake produced, it's only temporary. You can correct it. It may not be easy and it may take time, but you can do it. Pulling out does not stop pregnancies. 2 years after you are out of high school you couldn't care less about 90% of the things you cared about in high school. 3 things I wish I had known. Figure out what you want to do. Not what you want to learn about. Think about the actual work you'd be doing in a field. Science is exciting, but are you ready to stand around in a lab all day writing stuff down in the most thorough way possible? Money stuff. You don't get rich with the money you earn, you get rich with the money you don't spend. Be careful spending money on trends, and be aware of things you want to actually keep, not that you want to have right now. Also Excel is your friend. Learn to budget as soon as possible. Use every opportunity you get. It may feel like there's always a next time, but there's also no reason to not do it now. Whether it's that trip with your buddies or the chance to have a private moment with your crush. Don't wait for a perfect moment, not even a good one. Use the moment you have, because you won't always get another one. And you most certainly don't want to have a what if I did that thing haunting you. There's always a million reasons not to do something. You only need one reason to do something. If somebody tries to tell you these are the best years of your life, that's absolute horseshit. Your quality of life and how much fun you are allowed to have is not dictated by your age. And it's naive to assume all teenagers have it easy. The world won't care about your self-esteem. The world will expect you to accomplish something before you feel good about yourself. No matter where you work, ours is not your friend. To those teenage girls, that older guy does not think you're mature. He's taking advantage of you. The adults giving you advice to avoid certain mistakes will most likely have been told the exact same thing and choose to ignore it, which would have been expected as they too ignored the advice. Personal hygiene is critical. You need to shower regularly, soap on armpits, crotch, and ass crack, use antiperspirant, brush and floss, and do your laundry. Other people will notice your funk long before you do, and once you're known as the smelly person, it is nearly impossible to clear that reputation. Make it a rule that you do not leave your house unless you have showered within the last 24 hours, are wearing clean underwear, and have brushed your teeth, and put on deodorant within an hour prior to leaving. It sounds silly, but there is sadly a large population that needs to improve their hygiene. No one is gonna stop you from eating cotton candy with chili, but when they see how good it is, they'll pretend they were on your side the whole time. Edit to at, it is a metaphor I came up with while walking through my house eating a ball of cotton candy and waiting for the chili to cook. You can always try eating them together if you want. Thanks for all the upvotes and the awards, did not expect it. Also sorry it was confusing people. Please heavily consider a trade if you are uncertain about college. Everything compounds, your savings, your reputation, your career, etc. Get started early, because playing catch up is hell. The one thing I would really emphasize is to learn about household finances / budgeting, saving, and investing. Take the standard of living you want and figure out what level of income it will take to achieve and sustain it. Then compare that income to your follow your dream job. It is fine to follow your dreams, but know what the trade-offs are, the likely outcomes will be, and have a plan B. Start saving now and open an investment account and an education IRA. It's amazing what a few thousand wisely invested as a teen can grow to over a lifetime. High school may suck for you, but that doesn't mean that college and or life in general will. It's always better to fart in a toilet than to shit your pants. Mental health issues typically emerge between the ages of 18 and 25. Of course they can show up earlier or later, but in those early adult years it's really important to be cognizant of your mental state. Respect your body. You have to live with it for the rest of your life. Spend some time outdoors, do some sports, eat your veggies. Grow your mind. Every small investment of your time into acquiring new knowledge or practicing skills will pay tremendous dividends over time. Understand your decisions. Always take a dump at work, you get paid for it, and the toilet roll is free. Pee after sex. Don't grow up too fast. It's not as fun as you think it is. Try to become who you are, not who you think others expect you to be. Do not take out student loans without fully understanding the repayment terms and how much you will pay over the course of the loan including interest. For that matter, college is not for everybody, and even then private schools are a rip-off. Go public. Your life is extremely fucking long and things in your life can change very quickly and very drastically, so don't beat yourself up about not knowing what you want to do with your life or feeling like you haven't hit certain milestones. I was an anxious emotional wreck from my early teens until my late 20s, with very few friends and zero romantic partners. Didn't lose my virginity until I was 28. Did jobs I didn't care about, and that paid zero money for almost my entire 20s. I was suicidal for a while, and was popping in and out of therapy and crisis centers. Now I'm 29, and in a loving relationship, working a job that I enjoy, and that will carry me to retirement. All this development happened within like 2 years. I see a lot of people on the internet who are like 15, 19, 22 etc who think that their life is over because they didn't get a date for the prom, or they're still a virgin, or they're struggling in uni, or they struggle with mental illness, or whatever. I don't blame them, because I was the same way. But trust me man, there is plenty of time for you to turn your life around. Yeah, somewhere between 3 to 4 heartbreaks before you actually find love. Those breakups hurt, and you felt like that person was the one, but that is mostly just infatuation and raging hormones. Each relationship will teach you lots about whomever you were seeing, but if you are paying enough attention, they'll teach you even more about yourself. Know yourself, be confident in who you are, and what you need to feel valued and happy. Life costs a lot more than you think it does. If you have a chance to really stand out in some way academically, take it. It's probably your best path towards a stable financial future. Physical work takes way more of a toll on your body than you think right now. Focus on school, because a college degree is probably the safest way to avoid needing to work physically. Don't be swayed by Reddit's obsession with being antisocial. Having a support system is great, and reconnecting with someone you were an acquaintance with at one point can be a way to expand that. If someone's offering a healthy relationship, foster it. Don't burn bridges. People can be dicks in HS and really have a reckoning in college. You're not obligated to them at all, but realize people absolutely do change, especially moving out of a small pond.